The Harambee Youth Employment Accelerator agrees that one of the challenges with youth unemployment is the lack of skills and opportunities in South Africa. The organization's Anele Ngwenya joins us now to expand on this. Thank you so much for your time, Anele. Let me first start by asking what the expectation is this time around.
Thank you, Tumisang. Well, despite past results, I think the feeling this time is slightly optimistic, especially based on the fact that in the second quarter, we did see a bit of an uptick, especially in youth, in the number of young people that have gained jobs. We've seen an uptick with 154,000 new people employed. And we've also seen an uptick with then the decrease of 1.1% in the youth unemployment rate. And although we are feeling optimistic, it is cautiously so, because we also understand that unemployment, and in particular youth unemployment, is a historical issue. It's also very structural. And we're aware that as much as we can speak positively, there is still a significant amount of young people who are discouraged. We did see this number in the second quarter also improve, but we're hoping to see a steady improvement as well with this upcoming release.
And what do these marginal improvements then mean, particularly for South Africa's youth, as we enter into a climate that requires a labour market that is younger but also skilled? And we know that the number of graduates that are unemployed in this country continues to be of concern.
Yes, the number of graduates does continue to be a graduate. We also did see that in the second quarter there was a bit of an improvement. But what this means is that then we do need more of our employer partners to really put up their hand in terms of really taking up young people and hiring more inclusively, having a non-biased approach to hiring young people that need the experience, young people that are entry work seekers, and people from disadvantaged backgrounds who really could use this opportunity. And I really hope that that's something we can work on in a coordinated manner, as my colleague from Africa Tikun has said, that really a coordinated nature in terms of just the approach from different partners is needed in order for us to then curb this problem.
And would you say that the private sector as well as the state is doing enough in absorbing young people to at least mitigate what we know as the high rate of unemployment in this country? And to what accelerated level is needed, as we've been talking about this matter for decades?
Yes, I think we're aware of the fact that, as I mentioned, it is a historical issue. It's also very structural. It's also a big issue. The scale and the depth of the problem in our continent and in our country is very, very big. And I think we have seen the private sector and government really come together in terms of coming up with different solutions, especially in terms of just coming together as partners. The Presidential Youth Employment Intervention is one of those examples I can give, where we have the National Pathway Management Network underneath, which works in a coordinated manner to really ensure that we make opportunities available to young people. An example of that is the program we have with Department of Basic Education, where we will be working with them on their 5th cohorts. But in the past, we have recruited and worked very, very well with various government entities in order to ensure that then we can fill in this gap. So really a strong coordinated view is very important. And
Anele Ngwenya will leave it there from Harambee, discussing what's expected this time around from the quarterly labour force survey to be released by Stats SA later today, highlighting the number of jobs that have been created as well as those that have been lost in South Africa.